Alrighty, hello guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Hope you're having a good day. Um, this is Retech 98, and this is a fun one. Okay, so before starting, I will disclose two things. Firstly, look, I'm not a professional reviewer. I'm not a professional tech blogger, vlogger. I'm just doing this for fun. So I understand lighting is horrible, layout is horrible, the audio and the microphone recording is horrible. That's fine. I'm just doing this for fun and sort of to benefit you guys in a casual way. I'm not a shop or a retailer. I'm just doing this at home. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, and almost forgot number two. Number two. I've been learning piano as a hobby. So keep that in mind. I'm not a professional. I have never been trained. I haven't studied piano or music theory. All my knowledge and training has been YouTube tutorials and like a kid's book, like from Oxford, for teaching piano and like what keys and stuff like that. I can't read music, like not reading by sight. I only know a few songs, and I haven't even memorized all the chords. So my training is very minimal. I am an absolute beginner. But I've spent almost a year trying to find the perfect piano and sort of messing about with keyboards, digital pianos, weighted, not weighted, Yamaha, Casio, Roland. Actually, I haven't tried Roland. Anyway, mostly Yamahas and Casios. So what I have here is a collection of the most popular pianos. Starting with my personal one, the best of the best in this group, the Yamaha P125, released 2 years ago. This is the successor to all of these. I'll also mention the P45. It's at the edge. It's sort of a budget beginner's piano. It's a couple $100 cheaper, and it's got a few features less than the P125. But anyway, that's the P125, that's the P115, that's the P105, that's the P95. 95, 105, 115, 125. And the P45. That's sort of a lower class. I've been playing with all of these, and I've actually also tried the P85, which is older than this one, and the P35, which is older than that one. So my journey basically, about a year ago, I finished university, and I'm like, alright, in my summer break, I want to learn a hobby and learn a new instrument, or actually learn my first instrument ever. So I've started on something like this. This is a Yamaha PSRE 463. That's a 61 key unweighted keyboard. It's not a piano, it's a keyboard. Sorry about that. My phone is my microphone. So a keyboard, it wasn't actually this one, it was a Casio, like CTK 4000 or something. Look, that's how I began. I know it's not the right way. I could have, started studying theory. I could have invested in a teacher, but in my financial situation and in the fact, with the fact that I didn't want to take this seriously. What I'm trying to say is, I didn't want to pursue this as a career or as a serious hobby. It's just something that I do in my spare time just to, mess about. So keep that in mind. That is a very long intro, about 4 minutes. I'll be putting timestamps. This is the actual review right here. These are all 88 key, or not review, it's a comparison. These are all 88 key digital pianos. They're all weighted. They all have built-in speakers. They're all scaled, meaning heavy on the left, lighter on the right. And the current setup, almost all of them are on portable stands. This is on a built-in wooden stand, and this is on my bedside table thingy. They all have sustain pedals, and I have set them to sustain by default. And pressing on the sustain pedal reverses the sustain. I'll teach you how to do that now. So how you do that? This is true for all Yamaha pianos. It's not true for Casios, and I'm not sure about the other brands. So you just hold the pedal and you press it, and you keep holding the pedal until you see the lights for the piano turn on. So if you let go of the pedal too soon, it won't sustain. Now it sustains. Considering that most of my practicing and most of my songs require sustain, I just do this by default. I don't want to be holding on the pedal for too long. Okay, how am I gonna test these pianos? Firstly, I'm just gonna tell you like a review about what the differences are, and then I'm going to be playing chords just to kind of show you a basic idea of how they compare in sound. And finally, I'm going to be playing 4 different songs on each piano. And I'm going to be sort of collating the songs. So the same song, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second song, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost forgot about the P45. So it'll be... So the songs that I know of, obviously every piano student, beginner, learns River Flows in You by Yuruma. Every single person that I spoke to learned this song as a beginner. So I'm going to be playing that. It's a beautiful song. It's very easy. And it has some bass. It has some treble. Second song is one of my earlier songs, is Light of the Seven by Ramin Djawadi from Game of Thrones. It's the episode where, season 7, Cersei, Sept of Baelor. That's all I'm going to say. The other song is C418, I think. It's called C418 Sweden. It's a Minecraft song, very simple. It's basically chords. And finally, a song from one of my favorite childhood games called When the Morning Comes. It's very treble focused, fast paced, 60-minute piece. And look, like I told you, I'm not a professional. I have very bad technique, probably. My dynamic control isn't perfect. I just play by ear and I play for fun, and whatever sounds good, that's what I go for. So keep that in mind. You'll see that I don't have the perfect technique or perfect timing, and I don't perform in front of people or cameras for that matter. So yeah, let's go. P125, latest, released in 2018. It's sort of the upper mid-range. Actually, it's the second cheapest piano that Yamaha makes. So they make the P45, and then this is the second one. They also make a P515, which is quite a lot more expensive. But these are all portable. They're pretty cheap, 900 Australian dollars brand new, whereas the P45 is 700 Australian dollars brand new. Differences? Okay, this one has a recording function, has quite a lot more sound, and it also has like a display to tell you which sound you're on. Very neat. And it has a couple more gizmos, such as the sound boost. What does that do? It improves your treble. It makes your notes more clear whenever you're playing the piano, because sometimes the bass tends to overwhelm the treble. This prevents that. Makes it cut through. That's the phrase people say. This one finally also has a better sound engine. So it's more polyphony, which I don't think is that important, especially for a beginner. 192 polyphony versus like 64 in this one, the P45. I'm comparing those two now because they're the current bestsellers and the current ones that are in stock in shops. They have the same keyboard, the same action. I haven't played on a acoustic or grand piano in my life, or at least not recently. So I can't compare how realistic they feel. They just feel fun, and they're actually pretty good quality. They're not too plasticky like the keyboards that I used to have, the Casios and the Yamaha keyboards. Touch sensitivity, obviously. What's special about this one as well is, well, not really special, but it's people mention this often. It has line out. And what's line out? The line out is basically allowing you to connect your piano to a PA system, and that somehow, I don't know how, improves the quality that passes through to the amp and to external audio devices that you connect. This one only has an aux cable, 3.5mm heads, actually 4.5. So quarter inch jack. I'm not sure if that's 4.5 or 3.5. Probably 4.5mm. It's the thick. Well, I have a couple. It's a thick boy. Just like that. They all have this aux, obviously. These ones have 2 of it. Most of them have 2. Yeah, all of them have 2 actually. So one for you, one for the teacher, for example. This one only has 1 at the back, and these ones are at the front right here. Yeah, so line out in this one. That one only has the aux. I don't know, like, I mean, for headphones and for regular people, headphones are fine. I don't notice line out. I don't like think what line out is that important for me. But apparently, if I need it in the future, I have it. They all have the ability to connect to a pedal unit. So that's the 3 unit pedal system. I don't have it here. It's like $150. I couldn't find it on the secondhand market, so I'm just keeping an eye out. But yeah, I have the pedal stand, the older pedal and stand unit that fits these ones, but it doesn't fit here. Anyway, that pedal unit basically has the sustain pedal has different levels of sustain. It's not just on off, unlike this cheap one that they come with. And the pedal unit also has this soft playing, so it kind of makes your piano sound more mellow. It also has the sostenuto, which people rarely use anyway, so it's not that important. It looks cool. Okay, that's the comparison. I should have clarified that this will be a long video. It's gonna be a long video. Okay, the P115 compared to the P125. It's I think about $50 cheaper used, and you can't find it new because it's discontinued. The P115 has an older sound engine, so this one has the latest sound engine. It's called the CF, the Pure CF, I think. Basically, it sounds good. It has more polyphony. You're able to play more notes than the older ones. So those two and the P45, and it's going to sound the most realistic. The P45 and the P85 have the AWM, the Advanced Wave Memory, which, look, it sounds okay. It's actually pretty good, especially compared to the Casios. So compared to the Casio PX160, compared to the Casio CDP130, oh my god, that's horrible. The CDP130, don't get it. It has the worst. You know what, I might make a video later about the CDP130. Anyway, I think different speakers. So this one has, yikes, this one has better speakers, supposedly to improve the bass. I'm not too sure if that's that big of a deal, but this one sounds amazing. I mean, especially compared to the P45. What else? Yeah, this is a decent piano. These have, I think the speakers are 8 watts per side, so 16 watts. So 8 watts, 8 watts. I think this one is 6 watts. I'm not 100% sure. The P45 is definitely 6 watts. That's a smaller number than the 8 watts. So that means this one's going to be a bit louder and a bit more oomph. But keep in mind, this is very, 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 very good. Like very, very good. For a beginner or for someone coming from a keyboard, it's incredible. And especially compared to the Casio keyboards, which often say they have like 8 watts or 10 watts. It still sounds very loud. I'm not sure how they do it. It says 6 watts. It sounds much louder than 6 watts. But yeah, it's very good. Speakers are very good. No complaints. Maybe these two. Actually, maybe this one and the P85. So the P95 and the older P85, which I don't have, they have lacking speakers. Is it on? Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure why I turned off. Maybe it's auto off. Okay, I'll hold the pedal like I told you, then turn it on. That'll do the sustain. Yeah, the speakers on this one aren't great, but P105 onwards, it's very good. Shape-wise, you'll notice this one has sort of an older, rounder shape. Speaker grill is more round, especially on the P85 actually, and the P95, yeah. And it's smooth. This one is more angular and like crystal-like, clear-cut. I like that. I think this looks amazing, incredible. This one, they've cut back on the angular crystal-like design. It's more flat, smooth, simple, which is fine. P45, I'm sure you can't see it, but yeah, it's very basic. Flat, flat. It has the two speaker grills, very thin lines, which is fine. It doesn't impede sound that much. That's differences about sound. I mean, going from the P85 to the P125, it's not incredible strides in, you know, in feel, quality, things like that. I think they all have the same keyboard. I'm pretty sure they all have the same keyboard. It's called the GHS, the Graded Hammer Standard, meaning, like I said, heavier, lighter, and they feel heavy, like real, and they react close to a real piano, people say. Not a big upgrade, only sound. I think this new sound engine and improved speakers is what makes this stand out. Oh, this one has Bluetooth, I think, an ability to connect to your computer, to your iPad and Android smartphone. So it has an app. So that's really cool. You can control the settings, all the sounds, all the reverb, the chorus. You can record all through. That was my neck, by the way. You can do all these things through a USB cable, which I have, but I can't demonstrate it now because of the mess. Anyway, that's the pianos. Very good pianos all around. Look, I don't think you would be in a bad position with a P45. I think it's a very good piano. It's just that for me, because I'm finicky, I just like to waste my time and like to invest in bad habits. You know, just overly focusing on the sound. Oh, this one sounds too muddy, blah blah blah. I'm not an audiophile, but I really think, in retrospect, P45 absolutely fine. I know people who use it for a couple of years until they upgrade to the other higher end pianos like these ones. Absolutely fine. Don't think that this is miles better. It's not miles better. It's actually, like I told you, it's slightly better sounding and can record and line out and all these things. Okay, I've been speaking for so long. Let me see, how long has it been? It's been 17 minutes just comparing these pianos, and I haven't even started playing. Look, they all have different sounds. So this probably has like 10, this probably has 15, 20, 25 or something like that. I don't know. But I do know that this one had 25 or something. This one only had 15. So the jump from here was big. So 15, 10 and 10, I think. Something like that. P45 also has 10 or 8 or something. I can't remember. 99% of the time you're going to be using the regular piano, which is the first one, which is the one that sounds best. This one has a couple good ones, actually. It's got the synths and electric pianos that are really, really nice. I'll be showing you those later. I wish to play every single one extensively, but A, I can't. B, I don't know how to. I can't because there's not enough time. And I don't know how to because I don't know how to play, you know, jazz and all those all those styles that would make use of these sounds. I just know how to play the same song in a different sound, you know? So, without further ado, this is a sound test, and I'll be putting timestamps to save you guys time if you didn't want to hear me talk for about 18 minutes. Wow! Okay, let's start with the sound comparison. Like I told you, I'm going to be playing some quick chords. So, C major, down low, in the middle, up high. So, this. I'm going to be skipping a octave. P125. Now the P105. Maybe unfair because I've placed my frame closer to the second piano, but it doesn't matter. Okay. P105. P95. P45. Okay. Let's go with D. Actually, let's make it consistent. I'm gonna be going here. I'm gonna be going D. Took me a while to find D on that one. Sorry, I keep speaking. I'm gonna shut up. Whoops, that's the electric piano. We don't want that. And now the P95. I feel like Mozart. And the P45. Strange, very strange. That one I think sounds the ugliest. But see how I told you it's not a big difference? Well, it is a big difference. I'm sorry. Not a big difference between those three. And even that one. This one sounds teeny and odd. Maybe it's because the speakers have deteriorated. I'm not sure. But yeah, these sound more wholesome. Let's go on with the song. River Flows Through You by Yuruma. Very rough, but I have to make it shorter. So. Actually, compared to those two, but it's pretty close. Yeah, awkward angle, performance anxiety, mistakes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Let's not forget the P45. Yeah, that one sounded tea, let's be honest. told you I'm not a professional, so there will be mistakes. Okay, let's do Light of the Seven from Game of Thrones. It's gonna be a very long song, man. Actually, I'm gonna shorten it. Okay. We'll be playing the same idea. Whoops. Don't want that. I recommend one of these two. Actually, one of these three. Anyway. That's what happens when you have very clean hands. It squeaks. Next is Sweden, the Minecraft song, C418. I think Sweden is the name, C418 is the composer. Correct me on that. Okay. It's supposed to be a much slower song, but I'm playing it quickly for the sake of the video. heavy song, When the Morning Comes. This is from one of my favorite childhood games, Maple Story. Pretty sure I've already told you that. I'm gonna say it again. Okay. So yeah, just in case you're thinking, where's the microphone? It's so far. How can you compare these? Yeah, again, it's in my phone. That's why you're hearing all the banging whenever I move. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, starts on F. Mistakes there, and I've changed the rhythm, but it's basically, this is how it sounds. Yeah. I forgot how the song goes. This one has some clicking sound. Could be this unit only. I haven't seen it too often. Oh, okay. Again. sum up, they're all good pianos for starters, for beginners. Maybe avoid this one, kind of, because it's older, it's wearing out, and even if you find a good edition, a good condition one, it's just the technology's a bit too old. Keyboard is fine, it's just the speakers and the sound engine. It doesn't compare to these two, and even that one. Now, those two are the most popular digital pianos for a reason. So this lineup and the P45, P35 lineup, it's Yamaha's beginner-friendly, budget-friendly digital pianos, full 88 weighted keys, decent sound, decent speakers, decent feature set, at least 10 sounds in each. So you've got, I haven't even shown you that lecture. Very nice Galaxy sound. This one. They all have similar electric pianos. I think this is called a Rhodes, I'm not sure. But yeah, this one has the best selection. Let's see this one. They all have the organs, the strings. They're all basically the same thing. This one has, and actually, this one actually adds bass. Never used it. But this one, how do I turn this off? Okay, when you go to strings, it has sort of a synth sound. To play around when I'm bored. Nowhere near like the keyboards. These machines, they have like 500 something sounds, very large selection of synths, guitars, blah blah blah. You don't need those. These are all about the quality of the touch, quality of the main piano sound, and just learning how to play the piano on a budget with 88 keys. Look, I'm happy to answer any questions. Like I told you, I'm not an expert, so I can't give detailed advice, or I can't speak too much when it comes to, keyboard, resonance, sound, all these things. It's just what sounds good to me. I like decent sound. I'm not an audiophile again, but I appreciate good sound. This one sounds bad. I have to admit it. This one, okay. Those two pretty good. Very good, actually. Very competitive. And I was surprised how close the 115 is to the 125. P45 very acceptable as well, not stellar compared to those two, but very good as well, as you heard. You probably can't tell the full quality from the microphone, from this camera, compared to like being there in person. Maybe try it out in a music store or an electronics store. But in the end, it's just about playing and learning. I wouldn't advise you to be picky and obsess about all these minutiae. Just go for it. Go for the P105, 115, or the one P45. It doesn't matter. This one is very I think it's the best seller. This one, it's either 125 or the 45. Very very popular pianos. Always sold out here in Australia. Basically every music store that I looked at online sold out. And they hold their values very, very well. You're wondering how I have so many pianos and so many. Turns out it's not expensive to just buy and sell on the used market. I can find this at 500 and I can sell it for 500 tomorrow, or a year from now, or a couple months from now. They hold their value very, very well. And I have never seen a Yamaha with a non-functional key. That's crazy. I've probably bought 50 pianos, 40, 30, something like that. At least 3 dozen. I've never seen a broken Yamaha. maybe the keyboard. I've seen a couple keyboards that have a cracked key or maybe a non-functional key, but I've never seen a digital piano like, oh, key doesn't work. I've seen a few Casios like that where the key doesn't work. It was a Privia, I think. But yeah, Casio also decent. I have a couple here, Privia and CDP. CDP is horrible, Privia is okay. Anyway, it's been a very long video, close to an hour. I hope you found some value in this video. Hopefully it helped you decide on one of these pianos if you're on the fence, or you wanted to compare before buying or before shopping, or if you just wanted some entertainment. I don't think this is entertaining at all. It's pretty boring. I mean, I'm bored myself. I really want to end this video. But yeah, like this is my journey. I hoard keyboards. I'm probably gonna sell them soon. I just like to try out and compare, and yeah, hopefully I get to learn some piano and like reading and chords and all these things. I don't know. Do you have any recommendations? How can I kickstart my education? Yeah, especially as I've never been taught in school. We didn't have music in school. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be down there in the comments giving you my humble beginner advice. And if you want, more sounds or any specific questions like what does this button do, how do you blah blah blah, I'm happy to answer that. I don't think I mentioned the final thing, the volume. I shouldn't be putting this in the conclusion. My English teacher would hate this. But yeah, just before concluding, that one sounds very loud. This one sounds very loud. Those two, fairly quiet. I mean, actually, let's put everything before concluding. I will play a part of the Fly On song I've been. Whoops, let's go to piano. Piano. Pretty loud. This is maximum volume as well. Very similar. I'm surprised actually. Yeah, a bit louder, a bit clearer. Very close. Also very loud. I'm surprised again. Noticeably quieter. I don't know why, but this one's a bit louder. Loudest, best. There's a reason why it's the latest one. Because it's the best, and it's the best because it's the latest. Yeah, this is closer to that one. Look, I'm being too finicky here. Too picky. Not finicky picky. I'm being too picky here. They're all very good. I'm never going to play them at full volume unless it's in a hall or a living room, which won't happen. I usually play them at half volume to not annoy my brother, or on headphones. They sound pretty good on headphones as well. Conclusion. Very good pianos. Conclusion. They all have the same key bed. Speakers here are bad. I think 6 watts. This one also 6 watts, I think. But noticeably better, especially with the sound engine being newer, it's better. These 1, 2, 3, those are the CF3 sound engine. This one is the AWM, that's why it sounds worse. That one has the new speaker, the new tweeter. That one is the cheap budget one. They all sound very good. Yeah, hopefully if you wanted detailed comparisons, you can go back and listen to the comparisons before in this very long video. But yeah, very close. I don't notice a huge difference. I mean, especially when it comes to those two. If you're comparing those two, P125 versus 115, or when you're comparing the P105 versus the P45, not a big difference. This one, bad. I've said this too many times. But yeah, if you find it very cheap, it's still okay. Yeah. Good luck with your piano journey. Hopefully you don't waste as much time as myself buying and trying and watching videos about these pianos. Just go with whichever you can afford. If you could, there's 3 on the left. If you could, brand new. If you couldn't, used with warranty is what I recommend. I've got basically all of these used, and those 3 have warranty. So if I had any issue in the next 3 years, if I have any breakages or technical difficulties, I can just take it to Yamaha. Yamaha's been amazing with their pianos and keyboards. They make the best. They're the best number 1 instrument manufacturer in the world. By numbers, by opinions, by sales, by reviews, they're the top. They've been making pianos for, I don't know, a century, something like that, since the 1910s and the 1920s, probably longer than that. Even the motorcycles have the pitchfork logo, so it's just, it all goes back to music. And yeah, I think it's a great brand, and hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, definitely give it a thumbs up. I'm not sure how you'd like it, but if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more piano videos, I might do a separate review on like this one and the P45 maybe. No promises. I also do coffee machine reviews. It's something I like, so not on a permanent basis, just reviewing the coffee machines that I come across. If you dislike this video, definitely give it a dislike. I know it's not personal, and even if it was, so what? Won't take it to heart. If you have any criticism, positive, negative comments, suggestions, feel free to put them down below in the comment section. Like I told you, I'm not a professional video maker. I'm just using like a basic, not a basic, like a mirrorless camera to make this video. No professional setup, no music training. I haven't even organized this video well. It's been, 30 minutes? Wow. Yeah, yeah, like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. I'm repeating myself so many times. Yeah, hope you